We are back where it all began, where this journey began. I wasn't doing YouTube when I was doing this, but we're back in the hot seat, bedroom, desk, where this journey and this business and this whole vision was built, and it feels good to be back. It feels good to be back on a desk in the absolute fucking silence. Like usually I'm working in the gym and it is so loud, I can't hear myself think. It's completely silent. It's absolute bliss. I think coming home made me realise like I was missing just the things that like you take for granted in terms of like ability to work at a desk, ability to just be in the quiet, ability to just wake up and just walk the dogs and just be in peace and quiet. Like that's what it's all about for me. That's what it's all about for me. Like I did a reel the other day and it was like you need to define what success means to you and just go after that. Like I stripped it back loads. Like when I first started a business, I was like, yeah, I want to make millions. I want to make millions. And I obviously wouldn't say no to millions, but it's like I don't need millions to be happy. Like I think the three goals which I set for myself in my life are main personal goals. Never have to say no to my kids. So if the kids want something, I don't have to say no. I don't have to be like, I can't afford that. Never have to save up for anything. If I want to go on holiday tomorrow, I've got the money to do so. And the third one is have an impact and not be another number. And that's the biggest thing for me in terms of helping others, helping other men feel the best, look the best, and change as many lives as possible. Not just look back and think, well, it's just another number in another job. Now, if people are happy in other jobs and you're happy in your job, I've got nothing against that at all. As I said, this is my goals, my success, and what it means to me in terms of I could never go back into another job personally. After working for myself and having a massive impact and just helping my team feel fucking amazing on a day-to-day basis, I couldn't do anything different. So, yeah, marathon recap. We are now 4 days post-marathon, feeling fine. My toenail's about to come off, but that was about to come off anyway. Blood blister on the bottom of my foot. Someone told me after the run, it's like, why are you running in Nike socks? Why are you not running in like running socks? And I didn't realise that running socks absorb like the sweat and the water, and those Nike socks just rub, and that's why you get blisters. And it's a real blister that had to get popped. So that wasn't fun, but that's healing now. Legs feeling good, legs feeling fresh. Went for a run on Wednesday. All good, 8K, 4:30 pace, and felt fine, feeling good. Like that 3:14, when I first started, off, I had like 8 gels in my pants. As soon as I started, pants started to fall down. I was like, fuck. It's like, I can't carry on 42K with this. It's like, it's already in my head. There's no crowd there. If I could just fucking stop now and just start to do it tomorrow. But no, got it all sorted. Everything started to go nice. Obviously, first 0 to 11K is always, 0 to 10K is always tough. Like when you're on half marathon prep, 0 to 5K is horrible. When you do full marathon prep, 0 to 10K is horrible because you do realise that you've still got like 30K left to go. After 10K, sort of cramps and sort of niggles sort of went away, started to ease into things. My idea behind the time was do the first half marathon in 4:45. So this is pretty much called a negative split, where you run the first half of the marathon slower than the second half. And pretty much most of the marathon training and prep was based on running slower first and then running faster seconds once you've got that lactic acid build up and your body's just used to that. So I was told, right, okay, I want to try and copy what I was doing in training, run slower, and then I know my legs can carry me and just trust it that the work has been done and I can do it for the second half. And 4:45 was feeling absolutely fine, hit that on target, everything's good. There was a couple of splits where we hit 4:30, but we pretty much stuck to that target. As soon as that first half marathon came out the way, I was like, right, okay, I'm going to have to push it to 4:30 here. Met one of my mates, absolutely saved my life. I rang him at like 23K. I was running out of water. I needed electrolytes because I was literally like dripping in salt. I was like, I need electrolytes here, else I can't carry on. So I was like, right, okay, rang him up. I need you to leave 2 bottles outside your house. Ran past, grabbed them straight running, didn't even stop. Dumped my water bottle, swapped those, have those, lifesaver. And then he met me at 30K. And at that point in time, I was like, right, okay, the 30K wall. I've been running 4:30s at that point in time for 9K. Bear in mind we're at 30K at this point in time. I was like, right, okay, I was all right, but my knees just started to give way. Like cardio wise, I could run forever. Ankles fine, shins fine, calves fine, hamstrings all fine. It's just my knees. It's just the wear and tear and the strength on my knees, and it's just pounding over time. That's going to happen on a marathon. Like you're going to experience some pain. It's inevitable. But I always think to me, the faster you run, the less pain there is. Like the slower you run, it's so much harder. Like, it's so much harder. When I was doing training runs and I was trotting around at like 5 minute kilometers, 5:30 kilometers, my knees would absolutely throb because it's just constant little steps, little steps, little steps. But if you're running faster, you've got a bigger stride, a longer stride, quicker time. You don't have that pain as much. So obviously, if you want to get better at running and ease that pain off, you just need to get faster. But the final, we went through blips and blobs of good and bad in that final 12k. Like, I'd never been to that before. As soon as I got to 34k, that was my longest training run. It was the unknown. So I was like, right, okay, I'm stepping into the unknown here. Felt a bit good after that, and then I sort of started to hit a wall. Like, I couldn't have anything else to give. And then I looked at my time and I was like, right, okay, I think it was coming up to like 40k or 39k, etc. And I was like, right, okay, I feel all right here. Like, I feel okay, pushing 430 still, maintaining pace. And I was like, right, if I can hit this exact same pace for the next 3k, I can get a sub 350. And I was like, fuck. And that just gave me a rocket up my arse. And I just found a second wind, felt fresh again, and felt good again. And then we hit that 3:14:20. And honestly, when I stopped, I've never felt anything like it in my legs. My legs were literally shaking. Adrenaline rush, dopamine rush was absolutely amazing. That's just come to true. Like, I prepped for a 3:30 this entire time, and then to hit a 3:14 on the first ever marathon, no crowds and nothing, is fucking mind-boggling. But that sort of made me open my eyes in terms of like what's possible in this sport. Like, I was beyond excited with that now, but even more excited about what's to come. And it's not about just setting new goals and I'll be happy when. I was absolutely buzzing with that marathon. I'm absolutely buzzing still that I've ran that marathon and ran and completed it, and I pushed the body to the limits, followed through on that prep. But now it's about, right, okay, going one more. And it all comes down to just understanding that this is just a lifestyle. Like, I could have ran a marathon and just been like, yeah, I'm done now, I'm not going to run again. It's like, no, it's like, right, okay, I've got 3:14 there. It's like, what do I do with it? I'm 24. Next year, not next week, I'm going to try and run a sub 3. Not in a couple of months, I'm going to try and run sub 3. This time next year, I will run a sub 3-hour marathon. Okay, and that gives it 12 months to give it the respect it deserves. It might think like, oh, it's 14 minutes less, but it's running 415 kilometers for 42k. That needs the respect of a proper prep. So what we're going to do is we're going to work backwards from Manchester or London, probably just around that time, because if we'll probably just sign up to Manchester. If we get into London, great, we'll do London. If we get into Manchester, we will get into Manchester regardless. So it's either one of those, or maybe Barcelona, which is early April, which got talked about. So one of those three we'll be doing, but it'll be around about April, May time. So we'll just reverse back engineer from that. So I know I can run 42k, which is great. I know I can run distance, which is fine. That's not an issue. It's about building my speed up now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip it back. Well, I'm going on holiday in 4 weeks. I'm doing like a little bit of shred. So only trotting over everyone. I'm just doing like a recovery run plan, 2 runs a week, 6-7k easy, just to get back into routine. I'm going to reverse engineer backwards from 12 months time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, right, okay, I'm going to do 5k, and I'm going to try and get my 5k to around about 18 to 19 and a half minutes, and that means roughly around about 4-minute kilometers. If I can maintain that and do that easy, then great, cool. We know I can do that speed and I can keep it up. And then I'm going to work backwards from that into 10k, try and get a sub 40, because that again is 4-minute kilometers, but maintaining it over double the distance. And then we're going to work back from that into a half marathon and get 4-minute kilometers, 4:15 kilometers, which is around about a 1:25-ish. And then at that point in time, we should be coming towards the back end of the year. And then I want 16 weeks prep, 4 runs a week, going into a sub 3-hour marathon, whether it be April, May, around that time. We need to start 16 weeks earlier. So it'll probably be starting sort of end December and push straight through to April from there on that sub 3-hour attempt. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to take things to another level and get to that sub 3. And after that, who knows where things will take me. But that's what we're going to work back from. Excited to sort of get stuck in. Probably going to get a half marathon race booked in, like maybe a 10k race booked in, and just sort of work towards these at the back of races. Like 5k, I don't need to do a 5k race. Like I could do like maybe like a park run when I'm in the UK over summer. That's something to potentially to consider. And then 10k races. There's loads of 10k races, half marathon race, and just sort of work towards them on the back of events, because I think if I even had an event there on Sunday, I would have probably got an even better time with the crowd cheering me on. So I think it does add a massive, massive difference to just spurring you on, because I remember running Manchester Half Marathon last year, which is on Sunday this week, and the crowd just gets you up It just gets you up and just adds a different level. When you're running in a crowd, you're running through people, it makes you run faster, it pushes you even more. You've got paces, you've got water stations, you've got a crowd cheering you on down the final stretch. It's so much better running an event. But I'm glad that I've ran that 3:14 on my own, because then when I prep now for 12 months with a crowd, that sub 3 hour will mean so much more. And we might even try and get a marathon in between, like back end of the year, might get a marathon in just to try and get like 3 hours 10 or sub 3 hours 10, and then be like, right, okay, where are we at with things? Because I know I can run the distance. I know I just need a little bit of a prep, and I can go out and run that distance. So I might just try one at the end of the year and just see what's available. There is one in Chester in October, but I think it does come a little bit too soon, because what are we now? May, June, July, August, September. And potentially could have a little go at that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, and just want to keep taking over. But I do fancy getting a little bit faster. I'm great at distance. I'm just not great at speed. Like 4:30 is obviously fast, but there's obviously a new level of speed if you try and go for sub 3s and sub 40-minute 10Ks, 18 to 90-minute 5Ks. It's all a new level of fitness, and I'm excited to push that because I know I can do the distance. It's just about the speed, and it's just about seeing where my body, at my sort of size, can push in terms of speed. So that's what we're going to be working back from. But yeah, back in the UK now for 3 more days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Been pretty chill, to be fair. Been working still, but just been enjoying the nice weather. I've came back twice now from Dubai, and it's been sunny both times. I need it to rain, because I'm just like, let me move back here because the weather's so sound. But it's been nice to see everyone as always. Got some golfing. Been back on the golf. I'm gonna buy. I'm someone who doesn't take things in half measures. Running shoes, marathons, goals, photo shoots. I don't do half measures, me. So in the summer we're buying a decent set of clubs. Whether I'm shit or not, I'm buying a decent set of clubs, because I can't do things in half measures. So I'm buying a decent set of clubs for the summer. Fuck it. And I'm going to come back. If I ever move back, I'm buying a car as well. And I'm buying a fucking decent car, because I'm fucking sick of getting Ubers and lifts of everyone. So it's a pain in the arse. So I need a nice car. To get me around. But that's a recap of what's happened. Marathon prep. That's a recap of what's got to come over the next. Back in Dubai on Tuesday. Monday's a birthday. Have that. And then Tuesday we're on it. Bang on it for 3.5 weeks until we go to Barca for off week. And that'll be my next time off work, which will be nice, because it's been an intense start to the year. Photo shoot, marathon prep, moving to Dubai, settling into that, biggest growth of business, made some big business investments that have paid off. So it's been a big year of growth, especially for this first half of the year. So it'll be nice to go and meet the boys in Barcelona and just fucking have it off for 3 or 4 days and just chill out. There's gonna be no fucking chilling out over there with them lot, but it'll be good. But that's what I'm looking forward to, losing a couple of kilos, because I've been using the excuse I've just run a marathon for 4 days now. I had a Nando's the other day, I had a Rudy's last night, so we've got all the cravings out of our system, and I've got a couple more meals this weekend. But other than that, nothing can't be undone. That's what we do it for. That's what we work hard for. So we'll get it off, because we're going to be locking in for the next 4 weeks, which I'm going to document. I'm going to try and aim for a video every single week, just in the lead up to the holiday, in terms of overview, in terms of the cut, what I'm doing, the process, my food, my cardio, how I'm trying to drop body fat fast, and going through all the ins and outs, just to try and document as much of me losing body fat quickly as possible. I don't advocate it. If people come to me and say, I want to get in shape for a holiday, I'll go, no thank you, because this is a lifestyle thing. But I'm in a position where I can get pretty lean in 4 weeks by just going hard on it, and it's a small sacrifice when no off-plan eating, no drinking, just 3.5 weeks, because there'll be plenty of food and drinks in Barcelona in 3.5 weeks' time. So I can put it on the back burner for now if I want to lose fat fast. So that's my logic to it. But that's the POA. That's the POA in this world. A couple more days enjoying the UK, and then we fly back on Sunday, and then we lock back in for a couple of weeks. So I appreciate all the support. If you did support me on the marathon, I got a load of messages, so I appreciate it. If you did and you're watching this, I will see you when we are back in DXB.